This offense that I kind of created about 16 years ago came about from the different type of players that I had on my team. I had a smaller team. I had a lot of guards, okay, guys that could shoot it, guys that could take it to the rack. I did not have that many big guys. And so what I did is I used to be a coach that used to run motion. I used to run flex offense. I used to run set plays. But what I wanted to do is find an offense where I can continually attack you. On Sunday, I'm going to talk about full court pressure defense. And you're going to see how the full court pressure defense goes along with this offense. Okay, because again, what I like to do is continually put pressure on the other team. You're going to need to think outside the box with this offense. It's very simple. It may be something that you don't like, but there might be pieces and parts of this offense that you might like. Okay, there's three main things about this offense. Number one on the dribble drive is you have to have the attack mentality. Attack mentality. What I mean by that is you want to get to the rim as much as you can. That's the basics of the offense, is that I want to get to the rim. Okay, and in a little bit I'll explain why. Number two, you got to open gaps. You have to open gaps. Okay. Number three, on penetration, you got to have the spacing. Okay. My numbering system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is a little different from most. Okay. My one is a point guard. Can I have a point guard come on out, please? With the ball. Come on out. And I'm going to just show you from the half court. If I have time later, I'll take you from the back court. So my one is the point guard. My two is usually my best shooter. Okay? May I have a two-man, please? We're going to go. In fact, let's put you right about here right now. Okay? My three is another wing that's a good shooter. Can I have a three-man, please? Let's put my three-man right here. Okay. My four-man, my four is my big man. Okay? Now, I don't know about if it happens here. Four is my big man. Who's my big? Okay. Usually, most people, and this is when I worked with Coach Calipari, when I worked with John, it kind of screwed him up. But in the United States, a lot of fives always want to play the four. I don't know if you have that same problem here. Your big guy, he wants to be a four-man. So I just told my big guy he's a four. He's still going to take the same run and take the same spot as a five, but he's going to play the four right down here. Okay. My five-man, they're like my bookends. My one and my five are like bookends. They're like, it's a second point guard. I like to play 2 point guards. Now, it could be a point forward. I just want another guy that can attack the rack. Give me a five. Come on out to here. Okay. You can see how we have the court space some. Now, through the years, through the last 16 years of running this offense, okay, it has evolved every year, and it will continue to evolve. But the three things will never change. The attack mentality to get to the rack, 2, gaps, 3, spacing. This is how I first started it, okay? But if you take a look, the gaps are not that big. See, here to here, I call that a single gap. Here to there is a single gap. There to there is a single gap. What you want to do in this offense is to try and get double and triple gaps. Once you get double and triple gaps, now you want to attack. So how do I do that? Let's slide you all the way down. I like my two-man if he had his right foot to be in front of that rim, right there, okay? See, now we call that a double gap, easier to attack. My three-man used to be down there, but I like him one big step right here at the bend, and I'll explain that later. Single gap, double gap. How do I get a triple gap? Good. Pass, cut basket cut, go on out, freeze. Now you see this triple gap. This is a triple gap. This is what we try to create as much as we can. Now look what he has on this. Now obviously once he starts driving, we got to get our spacing. But this is what we're trying to get as much as possible. Okay, come on back. In simple terms, I'll show you real quick. And I'll show it this way right here. Come on over here. Right there, good. Face them. Okay, face them. See, basically, when you drive and you try and split this gap, if their defender is there, imagine your defense on me now. Imagine your defense. If I try and split this gap, that makes it tough on the ball handler. Okay, now, that's a single gap. So take a big step to here, take a step to there. Now look at the gap. If I try and drive this gap, it's a little tougher for them. Take one more step. This is like a triple gap, not right about there. That's a triple gap. Now look how much easier it is for me to try and drive that. And that's how simple it is. I was never one of the smartest people around, but what I wanted to do every year when I coached is I wanted to give my players and find out how much more of a percentage can I give my players to be a little bit more successful. Okay, so we understand single, double, and triple gaps. Okay, now I want to show you the different zones of the court that I break up. Okay, let's go on down here. When the ball's in the back court, I call this the blowout zone. The blowout zone. I want to blow it up the court as fast as possible. What's the quickest way to get the ball up the court? By the pass. I know it's called the dribble drive. I never called it the dribble drive. Coach Calipari called it the dribble drive. I called it ASA. A-A-S-A-A. Attack, attack, skip, attack, attack. You can see there's a lot of attacks in there because that's the mentality I wanted every one of my players to have. Okay? I want every time my player gets that ball, I want them to think of one thing, and that's to score. Okay? Now, once somebody else comes in the picture to try and stop him, then we will play from there. So back there is the blowout zone. Okay, when the ball's back there, I like my wings top of the key extended because I like to be able to pass it up anytime I can. So if you passed it up, what's his first thought right now? His first thought is to look to try and score. That's what we want him to do. Okay, we want him to score. My shots are the following. Okay, I like the three. I like the three. I love the layup. Like the three, love the layup. Okay, I'll explain why. If you ever break down points per possession, if you know what points per possession means, okay, it's real critical. Again, it's just mathematical, and it's something that you want to teach your players because every coach or every player thinks any shot's a good shot. I want them to know exactly what my shot that I like them to see. Okay, again, I love taking it to the rack. Because in this area here, remember I told you back there's a blowout zone? Well, down here, we call this the rack zone. In this rack zone, in this area right here, a normal team is going to shoot 60+%. Okay, so if I shoot 60% from this area and it's worth 2 points, that means my points per possession is 1.2. Anytime you can be 1 and above on your points per possession, you're doing really well. In the NBA last year, there was not one team that averaged 1 point per possession. The highest was .998, real close to 1. Okay, so if you could get your shots in here, this is usually the 60% area, so you're 1.2 points per possession. Let's say outside of here, let's say outside the 3, okay, and let's say you're an average shooting team and all you shoot is 33%, okay, you're now at 1 point per possession because it's worth 3 points. The corner 3 in the NBA is usually shot at over 40% for the whole year for the whole league. 40.3, 40.5 in that percentage. So if you can shoot 40% from the 3, that's 1.2 points per possession. Again, very good. So I like the 3. I love the layups. Now, the shot you want to stay away from is the tough 2. This area in here, all the way across into this area right there, that tough 2, what if I told you when I was with Coach Cal, with his teams, they shot 28%, 29%, his last 2 years at Memphis in the tough 2. If you got a good shooting team, you might shoot 35 to 37% in that area. Okay, if I shot 35%, my points per possession, 35% times 2 is just 0.7. That's not good enough for me. Okay, so in the rack zone, I'm 1.2. Around the 3, I'm between 1 and 1.2. In this area, I'm between usually 0.6 to 0.8. Now, where's the best area? See, the best area of points per possession is right here at the free throw line. At the free throw line, if you shoot 70% as a team, you're usually getting 2 free throws at a time. That's 1.4 points per possession. 1.4 if you're shooting 70% right here. So think about that. 1 to 1.2. 1.2 here. Now, if you space them and you skip it, you create closeouts. I think every coach here wants to create closeouts so you can get blow-bys. Okay? So the spacing is real critical. So I like 3s, but I love layups. So the more I penetrate, the more I get to the rack, is more chances of drawing the fouls. Okay, which is real critical. In this offense, is very important for us to get to the free throw line. I hate it as a coach. See, I wanted to be able to win the game if we did not shoot well. I wanted to be able to win the game if we didn't shoot well. So how can you win the game if you don't shoot well? Well, you can create more turnovers, but more importantly, what you want to do is you can get more free throws. On Sunday, I'm going to talk about my full court press, which goes with this, and you can see why on Sunday after you understand this. We could press you all game, and at the end of the game, even though we were pressing, we might shoot 30 free throws while you might shoot 16 or 17. So it's real critical for my players to understand how to get to the free throw line. Okay. Blowout zone. He wants to blow it up the court as fast as possible. Okay. Now, when he gets to here, if he can't pass it up, because I don't have enough time to go with this. Let's say he's dribbling, now he can't pass. Okay. Once he gets to half court, and if this guy is denied, he's going to slide down. Again, for what reason? To open up the gaps. He wants to open up the gaps. You would slide down. Normally, you would be trailing. So you're going to come on down. Okay, now, I like to break the court up into quarters. Okay, so if I took a straight line from rim to rim, and then if I had another line right from here, there's a lot of courts in the United States have volleyball lines on the court. And the volleyball lines kind of makes it nice. But from here out, we call that the outside quarter. From here to the midline, right down the middle, would be an inside quarter. This would be an inside quarter. This out here would be an outside quarter. If you have an average guard, and you're not average, if you have an average guard, he gets forced to the outside a lot, bringing up the court. If he's a good guard, he's going to try and bring it up on an inside quarter. If he's a great guard, he's going to try and conquer the middle of the court. The middle of the court is from lane line to lane line all the way down. So we'd like to see him, if he can, conquer this. So if he did conquer this, you would be further over more. Okay? If he was over here more, you would keep that distance. Okay, so now when you're coming down, once he gets to the half-court line and our wings aren't open, they're going to drop down to open up that driving gap for you. Number one thing we want to do, remember, is the attack mentality. Again, I never created this offense for other people. It's just something that I did for my own team, and then it caught on, and it really kind of exploded. Okay, I had a 9-year stretch. In coaching in high school and college where I went 293 wins and 29 losses with this. And you can see with that success why people kind of caught on to it. So number one, remember I told you, is I called it ASA, A-A-S-A-A. Attack, attack, skip, attack, attack. And that's what I wanted in Europe. Okay, now let's go through the different attack angles. Let's say we take it right down the lane right here. Once we take it down the lane right here, the basic philosophy of this is corner, corner, post opposite. Corner, corner, post opposite. And once he drives, there will always be somebody behind him. There will always be somebody behind him. Now, when I say corner, okay, my 3-man, my 2-man, his inside foot's going to be the rim. My 3-man's going to be above the bend right here. The reason why is 3X a lot of times on penetration is going to help in here. And if he does help, I want that pass where you're on the move. Okay, you're good right there. Understand this, and on this offense, whenever somebody takes it to the rack, whenever somebody drives, at least 3 other people will be in motion. They can't stand. It's not watching one guy drive. That's not what this offense is. You may have all 4 in motion. Okay, my big guy is going to play low and down here. The reason I like them low and away just like that is you do so much driving to the rack that what happens when you first start this offense, you're going to see a lot of charges. It is normal for most players when they drive to put their head down. Okay? We don't like it as coaches, but you watch your own players. The good players will get their head up on that first dribble. Now, they can keep it up the whole time, they're a great player. But the good players usually on that first dribble get their head up. Most of your players don't bring their head up till almost the second dribble. And so what happens when that happens, if he's up normal on the block, his defender's going to be over here. They're closer. So this gives him a little bit more room. So we put him down. Okay. For me, there's 3 ways that you can guard this guy. 1, you can hug him. You can be right next to him. Go ahead, hug me. You be defense. So if he hugs me, I'm going to go here, hug me. Now, what did I just do for my guy driving? I open up that gap, and that's what I want to do. So if he stays on me, look at your driving gap, go rack it and score. That's what we want. We want to take the big guy away. Okay, the next way is that they will play high side. If he's there, they might play what I call high side above the ball. And normally on penetration, once there's penetration, this guy will turn his head for 1 second. Anytime he turns his head, you're going to the rack, you're putting your hand up, and that's saying, that throwing your hand up says, pass me the ball. Okay, pass me the ball. So once he turns, you're right here, swing this up, step here, we're looking lob. There's a lot of little things in this offense. I was the type of coach at nighttime, and I'm sure most of you guys are the same way, you can't sleep at night. So I got pad and pencil next to my bed, and I would write down a lot of notes at nighttime. Okay? It's the little things that make this work. What you're probably going to get today is the big picture. Once you understand the big picture, it's the little things. I'm a big believer when you get in the paint, I do not like straight line passes. In the paint, you watch the percent of straight line passes that turn into turnovers. I'm really big on throwing the ball to the rim, not to the player, but throw it to the rim. Okay, I can't tell you how many times this guy comes in, tries to throw a straight line pass that gets tipped. Okay, or how many times this guy comes in and he throws it to the guy right there. I don't want that. I want you to penetrate, throw to the rim, and have him score. Go ahead. Okay, don't understand. My fault. Okay, you're going to penetrate here. Big guy comes. You're going to throw it even closer to the rim than that. And then you got to finish up above. Okay? Go ahead, stay there. See, I'm here. Go ahead. Once I turn my head, beautiful. That's what we want. Throw it to the rim so he catches it high. So we understand that. Okay? The way we would defend, because again, you got to understand, the way I think is what I try and do for the offense, how do I stop this? See, I like my guys playing high side, but we would never step up on penetration, leave the backside open. We would always come across and challenge at the last second. So if I'm high side and I challenge this way, my big man now goes into what I call a cleanup mode right here. Okay? So what it's going to look like, I'm penetrating, the big doesn't come, I get to, my fault. Once I pass this area right here, I call the drop zone. I'll explain later on. Once I pass the drop zone, this area I call the drag zone. Because once I hit the drag zone, that's going to be motion for you to move and you to move. Okay? So I hit the drag zone right now. I hit the drag zone. Now the big comes. All I want to do is get my shot up, but I cannot get it blocked. And I don't care if I get up over here because he's going to clean up. If I miss it, if I score it, great. If I miss it, he's got a great position because the big challenged me. So when you go to the cleanup position, slow motion, slow, dribble. Okay, he's in the drop zone, go. Freeze, he's in the drag zone now. Now I get big right here, so 3X can't cut me off. You shoot, you miss. No, go. We want to get to the rack. Go ahead. And if he misses, I would clean it up. That's how we would do it. Now, let's do it again. Okay. Back there's a blowout zone. Okay, now when I get up to here, I'm looking to attack. This is the drop zone. If I stop here, we have certain rules. I'm not even going to teach that today because it screws up a lot of people. Once I pass the free throw line, this is the drag zone. Clean up, drag behind. So when you attack, if you go, keep going, freeze. Okay, right now there's only one thing he can't do, and that's not get your shot blocked. If he think he can get it up, get it up. That doesn't bother me a bit, and we work on that a ton. Okay. Will this person be open? We don't even look at this person once you pass the drop zone, enter the drag zone. We don't even look at him. So what you're looking at now, once you get here, did he step up? If he steps up, you're passing. If he doesn't step up, okay, what's going to happen is his man, 3X's man, is going to, defensively, he's taught to get on down into here. So you might have to skip to there. Good, go back. Number one, we want you to always look to score. Always number one, score. Because we want to get there, okay? But if you're too small, if you think that big's going to block it, if you can make that pass, great. If you can't, jump stop. Every time we jump stop, I like a hitch, ball fake, shot fake. If he leaves his feet, we'd like to lean into him because we want to get to the free throw line. If he doesn't leave his feet, we reverse pivot, we kick it out. Again, little rules of this offense. Going back out again. How many players are inside that three-point line right now? One. It has to stay that way. Okay? I don't mind if a second player breaks the three-point line if he's doing what? If he's going to cut to the hoop without the ball. With the ball, I don't mind if a second player breaks the three-point line if he's taking it to the rack. But what I don't want is I don't want you coming down standing here. I don't want you standing inside the three-point line. That's a no-no. When we practice, if we ever make that pass, that's an automatic turnover in our practice. Okay, so we don't want that. So we want a space. Your thought right now is to attack. So you're going, okay, go. Go hard, good. You're perfect, okay? No shot. Reverse pivot, hit, okay. In the ball's in the air, you're coming up, you're gonna go out, freeze. Anytime you go out, you must screen for him. So you're gonna set that screen, and you're gonna come out here anytime you're going out. Now, as soon as you get that, what's your first thought? Score. First thought is score. Okay, let me explain what shot means to me. Okay, let's go. Start back there again. Point. Okay, ball's back there. Where would my wings be right now? Come on up. Top of the key extended. Okay, let's make this pass right now. Pass right here. Freeze. Every time a player catches the ball, I want them to understand what I mean by shot. I want him thinking shot every time. On shot every time, number one would be what? What do I love? Get to the rack. Okay? So as soon as he gets it, if it's a quick closeout, go by him. Okay. If they back off, I like the three. That's shot. Now, what most players do if they don't have either one of those is they take it and they look to pass back to where it came from. I don't like that. If you don't have the drive, if you don't have the three, the next thing I want them to think on shot is to look inside and then skip. So my shot, look inside, skip. If I don't have any of those, then it's going to go back. Okay, in this offense, another little thing. Anytime a wing has the ball, free throw line extended or higher, opposite wing is at a diagonal. So if he has it there, he is there. Ball, please. If you have it there, he is there. Easy enough. That's how we have to do it. Okay, go ahead, go on back. So again, every time they catch the ball, I want them to look. Drive, three, inside, skip. If nothing, then reverse it. Very simple. I want them thinking shot. So come on down. You got nothing. You got nothing. Corner, drive it. Any way you want. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, next. No hold basketball. I love to play no hold basketball. When you get that basketball, do one of three things. Shoot it, drive it, pass it. I don't like catch and hold it. I don't like catch and hold it. So we like to play no hold basketball. So as soon as that ball went to there, I'm flying out. You now, as soon as you get it, shoot it, drive it, pass it. Okay, go ahead, drive it. Good, good, clean up, good, on out. Now, we wouldn't consistently do this. Okay, if he drives, freeze it, where's his man going to be? On penetration, his man is usually going to come in and help, and that's always going to be open. Guarantee you that is always open. Okay? But again, what am I looking? I'm looking to score every time. Let's do it again. Give me any option you want. Drive and score, drive, pass, whatever you want. Good. Beautiful. Simple. I love it. Okay, now, little thing. Come on back. Great pass. Very nice job. Notice my big now. Okay, he was here. You were down here. Go slow motion again if you can. Slow motion. Keep coming. Okay. Freeze. Now he's in the drag zone. So now he goes to clean up right here. Okay, you took one more and you skipped it. On any skip, we spin post. What I mean is this. Where would this guy be? Go ahead. You defend me. Going back there. I'm here. Drive it slow motion again. Okay? Drive it slow motion again. I go to clean up. Now you skip. I want to hit first, spin, post right here so I can get it here. A lot of players on that spin just kind of. So every time there's a drag pass out, I'm in cleanup. I call it spin post. I hit and I spin, and I'm looking for this ball right here, which we like to get. Okay? Do it again. Here we go. No. See how he opened? Okay. You're here. So what you did is you open right away. Come and hit me, and then spin into my. Go ahead, hit me. Boom, there you go. And be meaner, be meaner. Boom, hit me. Okay, you got that? Here we go. In our position, good, good. Very nice. Okay, what did he do wrong? You never stay inside the 3. You got to keep moving. Now, once you skip there, okay, you might stop for a second. Go ahead, come on back. Okay, good. Hit him. Now, if you take it middle right away, take it middle right away, then you would go out that way. Okay, come on back. Simple reads. Now, when you get it, look to hit the post. He's looking at the post. Now you're going to go out that way. Beautiful, beautiful right there. Excellent. Okay, come on down. Here we go again. Okay, I like to, for my players, I break down what I call lane penetration. This is lane we just talked about. Now, let's talk middle penetration. Now I drive and I go this way. Okay, anytime I go at you, you're going to relocate. I like to see you do it. You're here. Take this right foot, kind of swing it, and get your shoulders right to there. Let me see if you can do that. Swing that right foot, go ahead, and V it. Okay, you notice it took them 4 steps. I don't want it in 4. I don't want it in 4. If they don't have long legs, they can do it in 3. You're here. Swing this right foot. Again, it's a V. I don't want him to go straight across here, because what happens is a lot of times your shoulders are very critical in basketball. When you shoot, you want your shoulders squared to the basket. You don't want guys shooting like this. So when you shoot, you want to have your shoulders squared. When you catch, you want to have your shoulders also squared to the basket so you can get a quick up. You can get a quick up. Okay, so again, you're here, you're right there. If you can, right to here, right up. Okay, penetrate and hit them. Okay, now, remember I said no straight line passes in the key. So it might be a bounce or it might be a lob, but no straight line. Okay, go. Now, do the good pass, finish in the air, finish in the air. You bring it down, gets blocked, or get fouled. Okay, go. Okay, and again, it's going to take practice. You're not going to get this all the time. Good. So now, okay, where are you normally? Where would you normally? You'd be at the bend right here, right? Okay, you're there. Now, you came this way. No, just stay here. Just stay here. You're perfect. I'll go over what you're going to do. You don't need to move. I'm a big believer that you shoot the ball better if you get a standing 3 instead of a moving 3. I don't like moving 3s. I'm not saying that we don't take them, but I think you shoot better if you have a standing 3. So right there is fine. Okay, relocate. Opposite side, once he goes past that drag, now you're coming up. Beautiful, you're coming up. Now, what's my man back here? My 5. Okay, do it again. He's trailing. Go ahead, he's coming. He's going to kick back behind here. He's going to come back behind here. That's where I want him to come. Now, keep going. So now he's got to come back to here because he always has to be behind. On penetration, no, you're going to stay there. I still consider that those are corners, post opposite, somebody behind. That's how simple the offense is. Now, when I say corners, they can be lifted. They can be lifted. Okay, do it again. Any way you want. Any way you want. Starting back there. You're trailing. Go. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like it. Do it again. Here we go. Go another option. Go another option. Good. Okay, freeze. Beautiful. No. Give him the ball, please. Okay, these are little things. See, you came out this side, and where's the ball probably going to go? The only time you're going to come out this side is when you throw it to him, and he drives it right away middle. So you would want to go out the other side. Now, you relocated, got here, skip pass, you should have still, boom, right to here. Okay, do it again. Good, good. Very nice. And I'll show you what you guys will do later once it goes to the post. I won't do that now. Nice. Do it again. Here we go. Okay. So we got lane penetration. We got middle penetration. Okay. We don't want to put all the pressure on this guy all the time to do everything. So he might come down, and your man might be sitting in the key right here. So anytime we use the step-back dribble, we're saying we're playing a little game with one another. Okay, so if you come down and you step-back dribble, now what you're telling each other is you want a one-guard front. Okay, again, like I told you, through the years we've changed a lot of things on this offense. My last 16 years. Everybody thinks the dribble drive is a 4-out offense. Ideally, what I would love to see with the dribble drive is corners, post opposite, and a man in motion. I like to see you come down where you can go any way you want. But let's say you get forced here, okay? And his man's playing here. Step back, hard, step back dribble. Hit him now. Okay. In this offense, it's a no hold, no stand. No hold, no stand. So once you pass, you got to cut. Okay? And we got different types of cuts. Let's just go with the first one, which is very simple, which is a basket cut. And when you teach this, I would say 85% of the time you want to do basket cuts. 85% of the time. So you're going to cut here, okay? Now you're going to come out here, beautiful. Every time he comes out, you have to screen. Go ahead, freeze it for a sec. Good, good. Now, what do we just open up? That's that triple gap. I'm not kidding you, we would score anywhere between 14 to 20 points a game by just getting this player, any player the ball here, man in motion, strong side corner field, and we would attack this. It's very simple, but very effective. Okay, so you start going. Good, good. No, okay. Remember I told you about shoulders. Now nobody, come on back here. That's what we talked about earlier. Okay, with nobody guarding him, right away he started to go this way. Okay. Where do we want to go every time? That's right. So what's the quickest way of getting there? Beautiful, beautiful. And what he just did was great. I call clip the hip. Clip the hip. Come here for a sec. I'll kind of show at this angle if you can see what I'm talking about. Guard me. Imagine the basket's there. Okay, yeah. What a lot of players do, because they don't like contact, is when they start to make a move, they go wide. They go wide. And right away, they're at a disadvantage. What we try and teach our guys to do is get it, make a move, okay? See, right now, he didn't stop me, so I would just go. He would probably jump to that side. We'll do it here so you get a little bit more. So if I have it here, for example, I might go fake here. Now, as soon as I go, I want to try and get low. I want to clip his hip. And I want to bump him first. In the game of basketball, who hits who first usually wins. See, if you make a move and you go here, defensively, he's going to bump you out. So if I make a move and I go, I want to bump you first. And the sooner I can get my shoulders to face the rim, the better I will be. I want to get my shoulders facing that rim as soon as possible. Do it again. You understand what I'm saying? Come on down, back step, good, you know you got it. Freeze! See how natural it is to pass and stand? Not in this offense. Pass, cut! Good, cut, good. Good, good. Freeze! Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Beautiful. Freeze. Okay. Did you scream when he came out? Nice job. He got outside. Freeze. Okay. What are you thinking when you go to the rack? You're thinking score. The only time you're going to jump, stop, and hitch is if that guy's so big on you. If he doesn't leave his feet, what do you have? Reverse pivot. And where should you be? There. You can even be up more now. Okay, pass. Get out. Okay, you could rack it or pass right there. What do? You just pass, you stand, I hit. Okay, pass. Good, pass. Cut! Boom. No! Did you see how he just drove it? You notice? Nobody was guarding him again, and naturally we go this way. That's natural. Which way do I want you to go? That's right. As soon as you get those shoulders, see, you start going this way, my shoulders are facing the wall. Get your shoulders facing there right away. Okay, so it doesn't matter where any of you guys are. Play it, go, whatever you want. Good. Good. Okay, not bad. Now, we're getting there. Did you spin post on the skip? Or did you just stand there? On that skip, bam, I got to hit it. I got to demand the ball. I want the ball. Okay, as soon as you passed, you stood. You got to get out. Okay, now there's so much to teach in this. I kind of want to give you just kind of the basics. So we understand lane penetration. Okay, corner, big, always behind me once I get to the rack. Okay, middle penetration. Middle penetration. You're going to come behind me. If I stop here, that's called the drop zone. I don't even want to get into it today. It's a whole part of the offense I don't want to touch because it will screw you up. Relocate, patience, drag up. Beautiful. Okay, again, let's come down, hit him, cut through, and just freeze. Just hold it. Good cut. Okay, now remember I told you, beautiful, you'd be in that motion. Now, anytime we get this triple gap, remember, here to here is a single gap. Here to there is a double gap. There to there is a triple gap. That's what you want to try and get. You watch your success go way up, way up. Now, remember earlier I showed you 3 ways to defend this, the man in the post? It's the same as over here. There's 3 ways they're going to guard your good shooter in this corner here. If they guard your good shooter and they hug him, just stay there. Simple enough, right? Because if they hug him, what's that do for you? Right to the rack, psst, out, beautiful, clean up, beautiful. That's the last thing we're looking for. First thing is for you to score, okay? So that's what we want. So one way is to hug this guy. Okay, next, he might play high side right here. He might play high side. Again, anytime they play high side, I'll guarantee you for a split second, once he drives, he'll look for a second, you're gone, right back cut. Anytime I turn my head, you just go. You just go. Simple enough. The last way they could play this is by playing flat. They might play flat right here where you're in front of me. Okay, so if you see the flat now, drive. Okay, as soon as he drives, you're going to kick up now. Beautiful. You're going to kick up. Hit him. Okay, freeze. Now, I call this a kick up. Anytime he comes up here and gets the ball on penetration, that's a kick up. On any kick up, you must fill his spot. Okay, freeze it. Stay away. The reason we want him to stay away is for what reason? Open the gap. See, if you came right away, you would shut his driving gap down. You stay there, you open up that gap. Now, attack. Okay, attack. Good. He's coming at you. You got to relocate. Beautiful. Beautiful. Corner. Now, what are you going to do? You got two options. Two options, okay? Here are your two options. Do it again. Once he attacks, if this man's all the way into here and he stucks in, you can slide over for your three. You come behind. Sometimes this will happen. He'll be higher up on the attack. Go ahead. He turns his head, back cut me, because he's going, anytime he back cuts, you would raise, because your man most likely is going to take him, then you would be wide open. Okay, got that? Okay, here we go. Bring it on back. Ball, please. Go. Anything you want. Middle or lane penetration. Go. Anything you want. Good. Freeze, freeze. Okay, on this step back, I would love to see you catch it right about in this area right here. Okay? So if you have to, you might have to take him down, come back and get it here. Or if he's so far back, you just get it there. Okay, go. Good cut, good attack. Good. Freeze. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But again, right now, what are they doing? They're thinking. When you play for me and you play in this offense, the only thinking that I want you to do is what? When you have that ball, you got one thing to do. Attack the rack. Attack the rack. Now, if you got the ball and they're so far back here, what do I want you to do? Shoot the three. If I come on you, attack the rack. If you can't rack it, let's say you're a player where you cannot rack it that well, then as soon as you get it, what are you going to do? If you can't get a shot, you're going to pass it. You play to your strengths. But I want that aggressive attitude of get to the rack, get to the rack. Here we go. I don't care who gets it. Now, once you pass there, what did you do? You stood. He stood. I don't like standers. I like guys that move. I like guys that move. Okay, here we go. Bring it on down. Doesn't matter. You got it now. You got it. Let him bring it. He's bringing it down. Let him bring it down. Okay. Now, go ahead, cut. Go ahead. You can cut. Yep, you cut right through. Good. Right back to there. Good. Screen. That's not a problem. Okay, now let me just think basketball sense, though. See, he likes to go to his left. You can see that already. Where is 3/5 of the defense right now? Most of the defense is on this side. What did we open? What side of the court? Yeah, we opened that side for you. So that's probably the side you want to attack. Now, if you like coming this way, again, you could do it, but most likely what would happen if you go hard this way, you're coming behind me on a kickback, you're going to get it, and then you're going to take it. See, do it again, because what's going to happen, your man's going to try and deny him. Okay, go hard middle here, kick back. He's got the ball. I got you. I'm guarding you. Give him the ball. Here, good. I jump in here. No, I don't want it there. You got to get a kick back, and that's right behind him. So once he puts it on the ground this way, you're coming behind. Okay, go. Good. Right there. Good. Freeze. Look what you just did. And that's normal when it starts. And I'll explain what you got to do. Go ahead, start again. Here's what you did it right, but you got to understand. Watch this. He comes this way, so I start to do my step. I see the kickback. Now I'm going to come right back. I want to open up his driving lane. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. Any way you want. Good. Yeah. Okay. Remember, that's right. You look here. You're not coming across until that happens. Okay, beautiful. Do we understand lane penetration? Do we understand middle penetration? Now let's go from the sideline. Let's say you got the ball. just stay in your, doesn't matter. Take any spot. Let's say you got it up here, right here. Okay, if you got it here and you went baseline. Okay, again, remember, on lane penetration, middle penetration, you're going to have your corners, post opposite, somebody behind. Now, when you penetrate from the baseline, okay, now, the big man, we call it going to the tip of the rim. You're going to come right to here, to the tip of the rim. That's where you're going to come. Remember, we said you were in that corner, right? When he has it, you're in that corner. Go ahead. Tip of the rim. I love it. You're standing ready to shoot that three. My opposite guy, whoever's here, we want him to dive to the basket. I can't tell you how many times that your man just turns his head on this, helps inside, and you find whatever opening it is through there. And then you have to be where? Always behind him. Always behind him. Must always have somebody behind him. Okay, got it? Here we go. Let's do it again. Spots. We popped you up. Go. Attack. Okay, now do it again. I want you to attack to score. Would you beat somebody at that speed? Kick their butt. Go. Hard. Good. Now freeze. Great. 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 What do you, yeah. Now where do you dive? A lot of times it's going to be right into this gap, right into here, right into here. You're going to, I don't care if it's a point guard or anybody else, you'll be amazed how many times you'll be open. Okay, go on down, start it. Point guard started. Here we go. Okay, hit him. Okay, good, I like that. Good. Freeze. That's right, you're learning, I like that. Did you spin post? Skip, hit, boom, one. See, you want to catch it here instead of there. That's why we want you to go hit this guy first. Okay, here we go. Okay, give me another option. Give me another option. Okay, freeze. Good, 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 good. Okay, keep going. Play. Go ahead. Now. Okay, nope. Do it again. Do it again. My fault. I froze it. Okay. Start it again there. Okay, you're coming on down. Freeze. See, once it goes to there, what's our rule? If one wing has it, where's the other wing got to be? Diagonal in the corner. So you're there already on his drive. Okay, now drive. Hard. Go. Freeze. You're diving. You find that opening. Most likely, the opening's going to be through there. That's where it's probably going to be. Because your big man right here is always going to go to the tip of the rim, then come back. Again, that's your spacing principles. Okay, here we go. Okay, go ahead. Hit. Hard. Go. Good. Have that. Good. Now, I'll talk about back responsibility another time. I just want to get this in. Here we go. And he doesn't go. You got a basket cut and go out the other side. Go. Bam. Freeze it now. Okay, what would you do? See, he's ready to screen for you. You come on out. Now, here's what you got to understand with your teammates. If your two-man here can drive it, if he can drive it, we don't bring him over for a 2-second count. We would hold you. Why would we hold you over here? The reason we would hold you is what kind of, see, we just gave him a double gap to drive. We open up his gap. He can go middle, he can go baseline. Does not matter to me. But if you came over here, come on over here. Now, his man, now this is a single gap, and we don't want to attack single gaps. We want to attack double gaps. We see a triple gap, we're at that. Okay, let's go on down. It's him again and cut through. Hard, good, good. Attack. Good, good. Freeze. Okay. Beautiful. Now, when you're looking to drive, you're looking to score, right? First option is me to score. My second and third options are tip of the rim, corner, or a dive. That's going to be my last option. That's my last option. That's if everything else here. And if I stop, every time I stop, what do I want to do? I want to hitch. I want to hitch. Why do I want to hitch? I hope he leaves his feet, and I lean into him, because what is my ultimate goal is to get to that free throw line right there. Again, you got to understand, the attack mentality is number one. Attack mentality. Number two, open those gaps. Number three, have your spacing on penetration. Okay, go. Hit them and cut hard through. Cut. Good, good, patient, good. Very nice. And you're going to get that. You're going to see that open. Okay, do it again. Give me another option. Any option you want. Okay, he's up high. Good, good. Like it. Okay, now, how much time do I have left? 5 minutes? Okay. I apologize. A lot of times when I do my lectures, my clinics, I have at least 2 days to do them. I usually take anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. So for me to try and get all this in, I'm going to give you a few thoughts in the last 5 or 6 minutes on this offense. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you what I call my daily 45 drills. That's the first 45 minutes of practice, the different drills that we use to get this offense going, and plus, more than anything else, to make our players better. You notice right now, everything we just did were all what I call basketball principles. There's a lot of coaches, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. There's a lot of coaches that like to take a lot of time to teach them how to run plays. The dribble drive is teaching them how to play the game of basketball. It's very simple. I want my players to understand, look, if I got a slower guy on me, I'm going to beat him. If I got a closeout, I'm going to beat him. If he's sagging off, I'm going to shoot the three. Once I beat my man, now what are the options? The odds are most likely somebody's going to pick me up. If they don't, I lay it up. If the worst thing that can happen is I can never let them block my shot. Okay. Now, back responsibility is very critical. I'm a gambler. Okay. I love to play poker. I'm a gambler. I like to send 4 to the boards. That's the way I like to do it. I only like one person back, because we're going to attack the heck out of the boards. My one person who is back is usually my 2-man. A lot of people have their 1-man back. I like my 2-man back. Okay, now it's not going to happen all the time because of the way the game breaks down. What I do during the course of the game, I'm going to say, look, when we go into a game, you're 1 back, you're 2 back, you're 3 back. Okay, what that means is anytime the shot goes up, you have back responsibility. As soon as that shot goes up, you're going to sprint right to this area, right to here. And this is where I want you. Okay, I want 4 going to the boards. You're going to yell to them to go to the boards if one of them's standing. Okay. Now, obviously, if somebody gets behind you, you got to go with them. Now, if he shoots a corner 3, go ahead, give him the ball. If he shoots a corner 3, you don't have back responsibility. If my 1 back shoots a corner 3, or if he racks it, then my 2nd back has got back responsibility. Nope, I'm different. I'm a gambler. Boards, shoot the 3. Go ahead. Bam, we're rebounding it. We're rebounding it right there. Okay, got that? Now, the only time that my 3rd back guy would have responsibility is if one of these 2 were out. If he was out of the game, he becomes 1 back. He becomes 2 back. Now, this is why I like my 2-man back. First of all, how many times has it happened to where your 1-man drives? It's going to happen a lot. Let's have you drive back. Drive anywhere you want. And, okay, shoot it, freeze. Now, in this situation, since he's in a dead corner, he can tell him, go ahead and back. You can communicate that because it makes sense for you to stay there and you to go to the boards. That's fine. But let's say we get hodgepodge. Okay, come on back. Here we go. Okay, and let's say we go here, penetrate this way, kick it there, and get a shot. Okay, good, good, good. Shot goes up, freeze. Okay, now, on that shot, you would rebound. You'd have back responsibility right here. Now, the reason I like to do that is I like my best shooter to be able to get 1 or 2 extra threes a game. And anytime we get a rebound, for example, if that rebound came off, go grab it. Again, I talk shoulders a lot. If his shoulders are facing the board, I want him to score it. Okay, if he thinks he's got a good shot. There's a lot of times that rebound will pop out. Okay, here we go, where it might go out that way, and he chases it down and grabs it right here. His shoulders are not facing the rim. So anytime it's a chase rebound or shoulders away, I want you to drag to him and call for that three. Bam, knock it down right away. We like that quick three off the offensive rebound. Okay, so let's do it. I'm going to penetrate, hit him, see what it looks like. Kick back, come back. Okay, shot up, boards, good, good. Long rebound, freeze. See where he got it? No, 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 no. Why would you go that way? Yeah, I would be coming right here. 3, 3, 3. I'm calling that, gave my shot up. Okay, if he got it and turned that way, that's where you would go. Okay. Okay. Next. There's a thing that I call, it's something I think is important. I'll end it on you. I have a lot of little things. I call this streak. I call this streak. Anytime I yell streak during the game, what that means to my team is, look, we've been shooting enough outside shots. I want that ball to the rack. Let's say right now, here and there are my 2 best players on the floor. When I yell streak, there's a reason they're my 2 best players. Okay, now when I yell streak, I want one of these 2 to break that streak. How do I prefer that they break the streak? Very simple. I'd like to see you get to the rack one way or another. That means now nobody else can shoot the 3. These are my streak breakers. They're my streak breakers. But I also have streak 3-point shooters. Okay? On the different drills that I do, we record and we let people know that maybe you can shoot the 3, you can shoot the 3, you can shoot the 3, and you're right here's a streak 3-point shooter. That means if he's a streak 3-point shooter, when I yell streak, he has earned that right by all his hard work, and that if they kick out to you, you can't shoot the 3 during the streak. But you can't shoot the 3 during the streak, and you can't shoot the 3 during the streak, and you can't. Not unless you get to that level. So what that does when I call streak, I was always a big believer. I hated to call timeouts in the first half. I hated to call them because I wanted to wear the other team down. That's a big thing for me. I wanted to wear them down. I would wear them down offensively by attacking all the time, defensively by pressuring all the time. So if I called a timeout in the first half, very rare. Even if I was up 8 and I went down 6, 14-point swing, I would not call a timeout. I knew my run was going to come. I knew it was going to come. So instead of calling a timeout, I would yell streak, because that's basically the same thing. When you call a timeout, you get them together, you say, okay, let's stop this streak. Let's get the ball to probably one of your 2 best players, and that's what streak means. Again, maybe tomorrow I'll have time to show you what the different drills that we do to the shooter. Thank you.